It's been called the money of the future. Cryptocurrencies have become a global phenomenon, and it's even predicted to possibly disrupt our current monetary system. Joining me now to talk about this further is Carl Eggers, President and CEO of Eggers Capital Management. Good to see you, Carl.
Good morning.
So first of all, what's a cryptocurrency?
Yeah, well, there's people back 10, 15 years ago didn't trust our governments, and of course we did have the financial crisis, and they didn't like the meddling of currencies and money. And so some technology folks got together and essentially made a digital currency. And so it's really just a computer program that people have agreed upon is worth some value, right? And so through that, Bitcoin has been the number one. It's the one everybody's heard of. It's the one that nobody knows really what it is, but it's the one that people have heard of. There's several digital currencies, and these folks are trying to actually get that to replace the dollars that we use on a daily basis.
And a lot of billionaires have invested in Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I think the premise makes sense that, I mean, the fact that we give coins to each other here in 2017 is kind of old school. And so I think digital currencies do have merit. And so some folks are into it because they really want to use a different monetary system. Others, though, especially in the last couple of months, have started to invest in it because the price of Bitcoin has gone up so fast. So now you're seeing speculators come in, and it moves quite a bit.
What are the risks here? I mean, there's been harsh criticism over these cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin.
Yeah, the risk, just from an investment standpoint, is that you wake up and it's down 50% one day, which we've seen big drops like that. That's the risk from the investment standpoint. The risk from people using it, to me, is it's a big threat to governments. We've already seen Russia, China come out and say, we're going to create our own digital currency. So think about this in the United States. If the US said, you know what, we are going to replace our dollars and our coins, and we're going to use a digital currency. Everybody has to adopt it by a certain year. If they did that, they could also say, and we believe Bitcoin is illegal and we're not going to allow it anymore. What does the value of Bitcoin do at that point? And so to me, that is the biggest risk to folks that own Bitcoin, is that it can go away literally overnight. And in fact, China has already said they're going to start eliminating new types of digital currencies. Remember, there's literally thousands of different digital currencies. Bitcoin is just one of them. And a lot of them are really a lot of fraud in there and a lot of speculation.
So then what does this mean for people who currently have invested in Bitcoin?
Well, I think if you do invest in Bitcoin, obviously, like everything else, it should be a small part of your portfolio. And of course, in the last few weeks, it's become a bigger part of people's portfolio because it has gone up. But I think the interest that I'm seeing from people is simply because it's gone up. And that is a bad way to invest in something. You don't invest in something simply because it's gone up in price, because that's a good way to lose money. It's a fad thing right now. So the folks that were in it originally, 5 years ago or so, got in for the right reason. They're doing very well. And but we have seen a big fluctuation in price, and that's something that has always made the U.S. dollar different, is that the U.S. dollar doesn't fluctuate on a daily basis that much. Now, over time, our dollar bills do lose value. It doesn't feel like it, but how much does our dollar bill, what can we buy with it? And we know it goes down in value because stuff costs more. So it's really our dollar going down in value. So that's what people are trying to get away from, is this depreciation in our currency. So again, it makes sense, but there's so many different ones out there. Bitcoin simply has the head start because it's the most popular.
All right, thanks, Carl. Proceed with caution. Good tips.
Yes, ma'am.